FHA, VA, and conventional financing. That and more on today's My Mortgage Hound. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world today. Halloween, October 31st, Friday. Sorry this video is posted a little late today. My daughter had a play at school. She did very well. And we are psyched to go trick-or-treating. Let's take a look at rates. Now, it's been a very news-filled week with interest rates. And then the nice thing is the movement we've seen has been very modest compared to past. Yeah, there was a lot of movement up and down, but we're not talking life-changing movements either direction. And we're kind of settling really close to where we were at the end of last week. 6.28 is the 30-year fixed conventional national average interest rate according to Mortgage News Daily. Jumbo loans, loan amounts over over 818,000, 6.30. FHA 6.01, just slightly over that threshold we've been playing with. We've dipped below 6% a few times in the last 30 days. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that again next week. And then our VA loans for our veterans out there, 6.03. Now, if you want some good, easy to digest articles, Mortgage News Daily is a great place to go. I have no affiliation with them other than I look at their website throughout the day, every day. There are some comments in the chat yesterday about how the Feds impact rates or don't impact rates. I really like this second sentence here. The improvement of rates makes from Wednesday through today makes it clear that lenders were setting rates defensively on Thursday. We know this because the level of improvement in rates is greater than the suggested by the underlying bond market. In other words, Thursday rates had a bit of a cushion and lenders removed that cushion on Friday. So it goes back to what we talked about over the last 2 days on the movement in rates. Even though the Fed's cut rates by 0.25%, we saw rates increase as a reaction to the comments that followed the meeting. All right. We're going to keep it light today. We are going to 222 Northwest 19th Avenue in Camas, Washington. I don't know, for some reason I get nostalgic around Halloween in the fall, and this house was built in 1948, and I thought this would be a really fun neighborhood to go trick-or-treating in. 4 beds, 2 baths, 2388 square feet. This home is listed by Josh. Josh says, charming, updated bungalow near downtown Camas. Beautifully updated home featuring quartz countertops, tile kitchen floor, a brand new roof with warranty, original hardwoods on the main level, add warmth and charm. Lower level offers flexible living space or potential ADU with private entry and wet bar area. Enjoy a large fenced backyard and oversized detached 2-car garage. Fantastic location near downtown Camas, excellent schools, and just 15 minutes to PDX. Let's look at some pictures. So today we're going to be comparing conventional FHA and VA financing. Back to basics a little bit on this Halloween. Okay, nice curb appeal, nice new roof, detached 2-car garage. It looks like a basement. Cute little bungalow. Looks like cedar siding. There's our entryway with the original hardwood floors. Pictures don't want to load. There we go. Looks like a wood burning fireplace. Appears to be a wood burning fireplace. Dining room, cool kitchen, tile floor. Those look like original cabinets. I don't know. What do you do with the cabinets that are 75 years old? Do you replace them or do you keep them? I like them. This looks to be an office, chair rail, guest bath, nice bath, dual vanity. I wonder if that's our primary. I wonder if the primary doesn't have its own ensuite. Okay, now we're down in the basement with a wood-burning fireplace. Or is this not the basement? This is not the basement. I don't know why real estate agents would not use the option to have the floor plan in Zillow, where it shows you where in the house you are when you're going through the pictures. But I like the exposed beam, the wood wainscoting. Here is our guest bath. Very nice. There's the wet bar in the ADU area, potential ADU area. Utility room. Now we are in the basement. So a lot of times agents or home buyers will ask me if a home qualifies for FHA or VA. One of the things that they can be sticky on is health and safety issues. So what worries me here is that this room, I can't tell how tall that window is, but there is requirements that there's an exit out of a basement for a fire escape. So that'd be one thing I'd want to look into here. Here's our detached 2-car garage. Looks like a big garage. Okay, you can see the separate entrance to the ADU. Nice long driveway. Fire pit area out back. This home is very well maintained. Drone shot. And here's the house here, so you can see how close you are to downtown Camas and the Columbia River Gorge. Doesn't that look like a fun neighborhood to trick-or-treat in? Here's our floor plan. Okay. So we're going to compare 3 different ways to finance these homes. Now, if you haven't heard of a 2-1 temporary buy down, we talk about it at length on this channel, so especially the last few months. Now, the 2-1 temporary buy down is not a loan program, it's a loan feature. And I want you to keep in mind that that loan feature can be added to all 3 of these programs. In a quick summary, it buys down your interest rate by 2% the first year and 1% the second year. So if you're not familiar with those, go back and watch some of the videos from earlier in the week and last week where we break down 2-1 buy downs. Or if you want to see one of these programs with the 2-1 temporary buy down, reach out to me and I can put one of these together custom for you. Okay, so 10% down conventional. Our purchase price is $669,900. With 10% down, that would make our loan amount $602,910. Interest rate, according to Mortgage News Daily, national average is 6.28. If we look at a breakdown of our payment, $425 for property taxes, homeowners insurance somewhere around $100 a month, mortgage insurance, which you have anytime you put less than 20% down, is $110 a month here. Not that bad. We add all that together, we get a total payment of $43.59. If we go FHA, we can put 3.5% down. Our principal and interest would be $39.51. Property taxes and insurance remain the same. Now, the mortgage insurance on FHA you have for the life of the loan, which isn't too scary because the odds are interest rates will be improving over the next few years and there should be an opportunity to refinance out of FHA. But you do have it for the life of the loan, $294 a month for a total payment of $47.71. And then for our veterans out there, you could do 0 down on a VA loan. Principal and interest $41.15. Property tax and insurance are the same, and there's no monthly mortgage insurance on a VA loan. It's one of the best benefits out there. For a total payment of $46.40. If we look at a summary side by side here, you can see the least expensive option from a monthly payment by $411 is the 10% down conventional, but it is the most expensive out of pocket. You're looking at $66,990. That's if the sellers pay all of your closing costs and prepaid items, which I don't think you'll have a hard time negotiating right now on a house like this. If we go FHA, it is the most expensive and has a down payment of 3.5%, which would be $23,446. And then VA is the least expensive out of pocket at $0 if the sellers agree to pay your closing costs and prepaids with a payment of $46.40. So there is a quick comparison between conventional FHA and VA. You guys have fun, be safe trick-or-treating, and we'll see you tomorrow on our live stream at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific. Bring all your questions, bring all your comments. We're going to be talking a lot about the feds, and we're going to have some fun post-Halloween. Goodbye, everybody.